Welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you are new. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe. We are starting right away today in my daughter Hazel's room. It might look a little bit funny in here with everything piled up on her bed, but we had planned on Stanley Steamer coming over and steam cleaning the carpet all over my home, so every bedroom in the playroom, the stairs, and the upstairs hallway. And I live in Michigan, so when they got here, it was one of the coldest days of the year so far. I think the real feel was like -15, and the steam wouldn't pump through the hose to steam clean the carpet, so we had to reschedule the cleaning. We are now putting all of the furniture back, and before we put Hazel's furniture back, with everything up on the bed already, I wanted to vacuum in here. My plan was to do this in each of the rooms, but as I went to the next room, I forgot to vacuum before putting the furniture back, which is fine because we're going to have to put it back up on the beds for our rescheduled appointment. Our original appointment was scheduled between noon and 6, and they did come a bit later in the day, so when I was putting the rooms back together, it was probably around 6 or 6:30, and my kids do go to bed, or at least start to settle down for bed around 7:30, 8 o'clock, so I was in a bit of a rush here to get their rooms put back together, and I really wanted to change their bed sheets while I was at it. I've been really trying to stick to a daily, weekly, and monthly cleaning schedule, adding things to my schedule, taking things off, just really figuring out what works for me and my family and adjusting as we go. This day was sheet change and sheet wash day for the kids, so I was really happy to get this done even if it was happening so close to bedtime. As a work-at-home, homeschooling mom of 4 little ones, you do have to be flexible with yourself, so even though I do have this cleaning schedule that I'm working on, one thing I know is that the weeks just fly by. So if it is a smaller task, let's say I miss it, I am not going to add it on to the next day because I know that will make the next day feel a little bit overwhelming. So if I do find time throughout the rest of the week to get that missed task done, then I will. Otherwise, it just needs to wait until the next week when that day comes again. Of course, unless it's something that is a necessity and just really needs to get done right then and there. And like I said, this cleaning schedule is totally new to me. I'm just trying to figure it out and find something that works for me, that I can keep up with, that is realistic. And as soon as I get it down, I totally plan on sharing it because I have looked at different cleaning routines, cleaning schedules, and nothing seemed to work for me and my lifestyle. And I realized at that point I needed to make my own. So hopefully this cleaning routine and cleaning schedule that I come up with that works for me will also work for some other stay-at-home moms who are struggling to keep up with their house and struggling to find some kind of routine to stick with. Let me know in the comments if that is something you would be interested in watching, daily, weekly, monthly cleaning routines, just to give you some ideas. Like I said, if you are like me and just trying to thrive in the chaos of busy motherhood and need some stability when it comes to cleaning, let me know if this would help you. And yes, you heard that right. I said thrive, not survive. I don't just want to survive, I want to thrive in motherhood. Taking a quick break to talk about today's sponsor, Wild Grain. I'm so excited to be partnering with Wild Grain today because I feel like we are perfect partners. Wild Grain is the first bake from frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, and fresh pastas. Wild Grain partners with small bakers and pasta makers across the country to keep the tradition of nutritious food alive. There is something for everyone. You can build your own box and get a classic box, plant-based, or even gluten-free. As a busy mom of 4 and somebody who who bought her own sourdough starter and everything I needed to make sourdough about a year ago, but never did anything with it. It is so convenient that every item goes from freezer to table in 25 minutes. Unlike store-bought, wild grain uses a slow fermentation process that's easier on your belly, richer in nutrients and antioxidants, and can even help lower blood sugar spikes. If you want to check out wild grain, be sure to click on my link in the description and use my code Becky to get $30 off of your first box, plus you'll get free croissants for life. Thank you so much, Wild Grain, for sponsoring today's video. Moving into my oldest son Noah's room, the same deal in here. Everything is on the bed. We're just going to put everything back and change his sheets. All of the kids have so many stuffed animals. I think I'm going to get each of them one of those bean bags that you can stuff the stuffed animals inside, and they have a zipper you can zip up, so the stuffed animals kind of become the stuffing for the bean bag. I feel like that is so functional, and it'll keep the clutter down in the room because they do have so many stuffed animals. Right now they have these super cute Pottery Barn chairs, and they do use and play with them, but I feel like a bean bag could easily take their place and be so much more functional. Somebody commented on one of my videos about how I was putting the pillowcases on my pillows one time, and they commented another video on YouTube. It was somebody putting on a pillowcase a different way. They turned it inside out, grabbed the corners of the pillow, and kind of just shook the pillowcase on there, and it looked so easy. I don't know if you saw me put Hazel's pillowcase on, but I did try it this way, and I don't know if my pillows are just more fluffy than this video, but it did not work. My way is so much easier. I will try it again in my bedroom. You'll see in just a little bit. It's nice to get the corners of the pillow on the pillow, but the pillowcase itself will not shake down the pillow. So I actually have to take my hands out and kind of pull the pillowcase down around it, which I guess might be easier, but not enough to go out of my way and do that. You will see that in just a little bit here. I'm always open to trying new things. I love your suggestions, especially when they might make life a little easier or more convenient, and I like to share on video how those suggestions worked out because other people read those comments as well and may be curious how something works. So thank you for your suggestions, and like I said, I am always open to them. As you can see, we are now in Wyatt's room taking everything off of his bed. I will not be changing his sheets because I did change them off schedule because they needed to be changed. changed. So we're just taking everything off of his bed, making his bed real quick, and vacuuming in here before moving into my bedroom. I will be spending a lot of time in my room because it needed it. Between picking up, wiping down surfaces, changing not only my bed sheets but the crib sheets as well, vacuuming and doing some laundry, I just needed to spend some extra time in there. Plus, we have had a mattress warmer on our bed for as long as I can remember, and it just recently stopped working, but it did have a warranty on it, which I was so thankful for. We were able to get that mattress warmer replaced, so I will be putting that on our bed. I know I've mentioned it before, but a mattress warmer is a game changer when you live somewhere that gets a bit colder like I do here in Michigan. I know I already mentioned it's been in the negatives lately, especially with the wind chill. I think the coldest it's gotten so far was a real feel of -25. So just getting in a nice warm bed at night feels so cozy. I have a Dyson outsize upstairs, so the canister is extra large, and here is what it looks like after vacuuming all 3 kids' bedrooms. We are finished in the kids' rooms. Now we are headed into my room. You can see it's a disaster. We are going to start by just picking up the floor, picking up everything that's on the tables, and just putting everything back where it is supposed to be. I love this picture in the corner of Rob, myself, and Adeline, and I do plan on putting it on that wall that it's leaning up against, but I'm so terrible at hanging pictures evenly and where they are supposed to be. So I have asked Rob to do that, and of course he was like, add it to the list, I will get to it. So eventually that picture will be on that wall. I feel like it's necessary to mention the Christmas tree that is still in my room. I told Rob the other day, I don't plan on taking this Christmas tree down until the snow goes away. For a few reasons. One, I love the way it looks in here, but also to me, because there are no ornaments on it, there's nothing else Christmassy in my room, it really just looks like a snow-covered pine tree in the winter, and it's so beautiful at night when we turn it on. The pre-lit lights are nice and warm, so it just gives that cozy feel, especially with that mattress warmer on the bed. My bedroom at night is just a whole cozy vibe. I love it. I often get asked about the layers on my bed. So first we have the mattress warmer, then the mattress protector. I have seen some not use a mattress protector, and if you don't, you should. Using a mattress protector is way easier than having to clean your mattress if something were to happen. After the mattress protector is the fitted sheet, then the top sheet, and then our quilt. Something I was pretty sad about was to see our Christmas quilt get packed away. I loved that quilt. It was from Pottery Barn, so I have been looking at other patchwork quilts from Pottery Barn. I found one that I love. I have not bought it yet, but I do keep going back to it, considering it, because I just loved that Christmas quilt so much. I felt like it brought so much to this space. And the one I've been looking at is bluish, and it has a bunch of other different colors on it, but it reminds me of spring and summer, and I feel like it would be perfect for that time. Especially when it's so cold outside and there's some seasonal depression going on in the middle of winter. Everybody is craving being outside, getting some vitamin D. It would add some brightness to this room and something to look forward to. Everybody's looking forward to going outside in the spring and summer so much. I do think it's a little bit weird to change bedding depending on the season, but it's something I seem to be doing and really enjoying. I am not one for a bunch of cluttered seasonal decor, but bedding is something out of the way and it's big, so it really makes a difference. Here's where I try again to put the pillowcase on the way someone had suggested. Grab the corners and just shake the pillowcase down the pillow. As you can see, it just doesn't work how it is supposed to work, and I am somebody who is pretty particular about how my pillowcases go on the pillow. I want them to pretty much be perfect. I want the lines on the side of the pillow to line up perfectly with the lines on the side of the pillowcase, and if it is slightly crooked, it drives me nuts. So in my opinion, this doesn't really work well. It maybe works a little bit to get the first part of the pillow in, but for the rest of the pillow, I just end up doing it the same way I normally do. If your pillows happen to be less fluffy than mine, this may work for you and you might want to try it. We use this crib as a sidecar, and probably not for who you think. It's actually Wyatt. In the middle of the night, he will come in our bedroom and climb in the sidecar, and Adeline is in bed with us. I've always co-slept with my kids, but Wyatt is the first that is not ready to leave. When Adeline was born, he was still sleeping with us, and I just totally love his snuggles. So we had to figure something out and make it work. I did not want him to feel like he was being replaced by Adeline because he wasn't allowed in our bed anymore and had to stay in his, but Adeline could sleep in bed with us. That is why we have set this up the way we have, and it works. There was a small pile of laundry on the rocking chair, so I'm going to get that folded and wipe down the nightstands. The last thing I'm doing in here is vacuuming. You can kind of see the vacuum bin is completely empty when I start, and you will not believe how full that bin is when I am done. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I hope you got some motivation to get done whatever is on your to-do list today, whether it be cleaning, cooking, maybe you have to go run some errands, whatever it may be. I hope this gave you the encouragement and motivation to get it done. If it did and you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you in the next one.